Okay, so this week's video, I'm going to show you how to clean the evaporator coils on your AC unit on the roof. So we've had issues the last couple weeks, if you've watched our previous videos, where we've had issues with the air conditioner not really cooling it in the middle of the day as well as it could. I just attributed that at first, thinking that it's just been super hot, but then it's been super hot the last couple, 3 years we've had this trailer, and it always was able to maintain. So I did some research, and I think that basically we do have an issue with the coils being dirty. The air filters that are on the inside of the unit, they get dirty fairly quickly, so probably some dirt has gotten through there over the years and probably caked up on those evaporator coils. So I bought some stuff to spray on there that will clean it. It's supposed to be no rinse, and we're going to go up and take the cover off, and I'm going to take a thermometer on the inside and test the air conditioner first before I clean it to see what kind of what the temperature is of the air coming out. And then I'll do that test again once I've cleaned it and see if there's a noticeable difference. So if you're having trouble with your air conditioning on your RV too, cooling it down, this might be something you want to check out and check for yourself and see if that's in fact maybe something that's needs to be cleaned. All right, so I just got inside the RV and kicked the air conditioning on full blast. I'm going to give it a chance to, cool down a little bit in here, and then I'm going to take a thermometer and I'm going to stick it in here and see what the return air temperature is. And once I clean the system up top, I'm going to check it again and see if we got a lower temperature. We should. I'm thinking that pretty sure that I'm thinking I'm going to get up there and it's going to be really dirty and in need of some cleaning. It's actually doing better than I thought it would. It says it's 50 degrees. So I'm not sure. We'll see if it actually brings the temperature any lower. 50 degrees is actually not too bad. But it is actually still pretty warm in here. So I'm going to go up there. I've got an old towel. I just got this foaming cleaner, which I picked up from Home Depot. I'm going to go up there and spray that on there and clean those coils out. This will be a prime test to see if it actually does improve the output of the air conditioner up here. But if it doesn't, even if it doesn't, it needs cleaned, and this is some routine maintenance you should probably do anyway. Up to the roof and time to sweat. Alright, so the first step, I'm going to take this cover off, take these 4 screws off the top here. Alright, so what I'm going to do next is I will take these screws off to take this cover off to access the evaporator coil on the inside. That's what we're going to clean. I'm just kind of inspecting this while I'm up here too. A little bit of surface rust going on here. Fan blade. When I'm done, I'm going to have some of this duct tape. I'm going to kind of seal up this whole edge so it doesn't suck any dirt or potential hot air from the outside in. That might help a little bit too. Alright, so next step is to take all these screws out. Okay, so I've got the cover off, and actually, to my surprise, it doesn't look that dirty. It's not bad at all. I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up or not, but yeah, it doesn't look too bad. But since I've gone through the trouble, I'm going to go ahead and clean it. So I'm going to cover this hole here. This goes down into the RV, so the stuff doesn't run down in there. Just use an old shop towel, and I'm going to spray this down and let it soak. Alright, so I've stuffed a towel down in the hole here and prevent it from making a mess inside the RV. Alright, I'm going to spray it down. Okay, so as it turns out, it was a little dirty. Once I started spraying that foam in here, I started seeing the foam. Basically turn to dirt. So I guess it was dirtier than I thought. It looks pretty clean now. I did go ahead and take the hose and just lightly run some water through it to rinse it out. All I got to do now is stick this
thermostat back in there. I'm going to go ahead and pull the towel out. Should be good. All right, let's just button it up, put it back together, and see if there's any difference.
Okay, so I've got the cover back on. It's buttoned back up. I put foil tape around the seams. Even though they only had a little piece on a couple pieces of the screws, I went ahead and did the whole seam. We're gonna go back down, plug it in, fire it up, see if there's any difference. And I'm also gonna run a product through the vents that's supposed to help in killing mold, if there's any mold growing in those ductwork. So, okay, so I'm back on the inside now. I've got the air running, I just turned it on. I'm going to give it a few minutes to basically come back down to temperature and see how low it goes. I can feel the air's coming out. It's pretty cold, but the thermometer will tell the tale. Now, Allie's dad had told us about this mold control spray that we picked up at Home Depot. So he was saying that if we spray this up through the vents, if there's any mold up there in the ductwork, it should eliminate it. It's supposed to be fairly safe, no bleach, and it's odorless. So I'm going to do it now while we're not camping and let it run good, and that way if there is any residuals, it will hopefully air out by the time we're ready to camp again, not this weekend but the following weekend. Okay, so I'm going to spray this up there now real quick. Okay, so I sprayed the mold killer. Let's see, what's this called? I sprayed the mold control up into the intake of the air conditioner. We'll see how the RV smells when we get in it the next time. Hopefully that helps control some of that odor that Allie was smelling. And I tested the air coming out of the vent with my little thermometer here, and it was roughly about the same as what it was before. It was like a degree warmer this time actually, but since I finished all that up there, it's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon now. When I started this and I tested it, I probably should have tested this the same time of day yesterday and then came back today. So basically what I'm trying to say is when I tested this earlier, it was 1 o'clock. Probably wasn't quite as hot as it is now because it's 4 o'clock. And trust me, I came down off the roof. I thought I was going to pass out. It was so hot. So I think it's hotter outside, needless to say. And the air temperature inside the cab right now is 78 degrees, which that's better than what we've been having on the last couple camping trips. It's basically been roughly around 82 degrees. It's about as cool as we could get it in the middle of the day. I'm going to stick this back up there and check it again and see if there's any change. I mean, the air feels really super cold coming out, but really regardless whether or not this helps the efficiency that we've been having right now, it needed to be done. You don't want to let those coils get dirty, and we figure we've had the RV for 3 years and we haven't, it's the first time I've had the cover off on the AC and even checked it, so I think it was due. It wasn't as dirty as what I thought it would be, although when I did start foaming up the spray in there, the foam was turning to pretty dirty. But I expected to see like caked on dirt on those coils, which I really didn't. Okay, so I guess what we'll do is we'll update next week when we're camping. We'll know more then if it's performing any better in the middle of the day than what it has been recently. Okay, so I just checked the thermometer again, and it is down to almost exactly the same as what it was prior to me going up there and cleaning. So maybe that means it's actually doing better since it's hotter right now. So I hope you guys have found this video useful, and you can see that it's not that hard to get up there and clean the coils on your air conditioner and keep it well maintained, as long as providing you're not scared to get up on your roof, or your roof is able to be walked on like ours is. You just got to be careful, but it's really a simple job, and anytime you can do something yourself and not have to pay somebody to do it, save money, and we're all about saving money. Okay, so I hope you guys found this video useful, and if you're not already subscribed to our channel, I would really appreciate it if you would go ahead and hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. That way you'll know when we upload a new video, which has been every Monday at 7 p.m. and follow us on our adventures. Drop us a comment down below. Let us know if you've ever had issues like this before with your air conditioner. This is the first summer that we've noticed that it really just can't completely cool it down to an ice box in the middle of the day here in the summer. This is a fairly small trailer with a fairly large BTU air conditioner unit, so used to it be like an ice box in here. Alright, we hope to hear from you. We hope you subscribe, and we hope you all stay safe, and peace and love. We'll see you next week in Cedar Key, camping with some friends who are just now buying a new trailer. They're picking it up on Friday. So we figure we'll just go there. It's quick and easy, and we can show them the ropes of RVing. See you guys.